Great afternoon. Happy and blessed Wednesday, everyone. I am here yet again for another wisdom pack, value pack episode. And for those who are new here, welcome. I'm so grateful and happy that you're here. My name is Catherine Barnett, and I go by Cat Barnett. And this is the Cat Barnett Podcast, episode 73. And I also help women who struggle with confidence in their faith and fitness, develop strategies and systems that lead them to gain clarity, direction, and purpose so that they can be fulfilled as they walk in their calling faithfully. I hope you all are doing well. I'm grateful to be here, and I hope everybody can hear me this time. I checked that my volume was working, and we're locked and ready to go and loaded. And for today's episode, it was inspired actually by a song that I've been listening to. I'm really big on all types of music, all types of genre, but I'd say my favorite is really gospel and Christian music. And so one song I've been listening to lately is, and I hope I don't mess up her name, and forgive me if I do. Her name is Jacqueline Carr, and maybe it's Jacqueline, but it's spelled Jacqueline. So hopefully I'm not butchering her name. But anyways, her voice is phenomenal, amazing, and her song is called "You Will Win," and it's just a very encouraging and testimony song that's just very uplifting. And it's basically telling you, the song is telling you that the season that you're in right now is your winning season. It's your winning season, and everything attached to you will win. And those are the lyrics of the song. So I was just very encouraged because I feel like somebody today or anytime if they're watching this live or the replay needs to hear and be encouraged that you could be right, your breakthrough could be right around the corner if you don't quit, if you keep going and persevere, you can be closer than you think to your goals and your dreams. So yeah, that I was just inspired by that. So that came up with today's episode of "You Will Win If You Don't Quit." So that phrase, like I said, that what was inspired from that, but I think it's really just a powerful motivational message. So you will win if you don't quit. It's stating that it's about perseverance and continued effort, resilience, and belief in your goals. And those are the keys to success, y'all. Effort, continued effort, not giving up, resilience, perseverance, and belief, that faith, are going to be those goals to success. And, the famous Vince Lombardi, basketball coach, he would always have that phrase that winners never quit and quitters never win. And that's just so true in even today's day and age. Whatever you're trying to accomplish or that you're chasing after, you won't get if you quit. So I just want to encourage anybody today is don't quit. Keep going. Take it one step, one day, even if you got to break it down 1 minute, 1 hour at a time. And so I want to go over to those core values, or um, I think ingredients to those keys to success. So perseverance, that I named. That is, I believe the core idea of perseverance is that giving up guarantees failure. So staying in the game, even when it's tough, keeps the victory and the finish line possible if you continue. Um, I seen a clip of a guy talking about him, his, I'm forgetting his name. I think it's like DG, and he was explaining to his son the story of the tortoise and the hare, and his son was understanding that even though the hare was faster, the tortoise won, even though it was slow and wasn't what people deemed as that quick overnight success, that fast pace. It won because of its consistency, to keep going and not quit, even though it looked like in the circumstance that it was in that it wasn't going to win. So a prime example of when you're chasing after your goals and your dreams is, if you stay the course and stay focused, there's no way you can lose. The only way you lose is if you quit. That's the only way failure can even exist. And so that leads me to my second point, is that resilience, right? Resilience. It's about bouncing back from setbacks and challenges and continuing to move forward. And I mean, in my life, I've had to be resilient in so many different aspects, in so many different ways. And I think resilience is that key factor, because if you don't have that, mentally tough mindset, if you're quick and to crumble under pressure, and I'm very sensitive, I don't think you're going to get far in accomplishing your dreams and your goals. You have to have thick skin. You have to learn how to have a backbone and be resilient, be able to brush it off and try again. Even if you fall down 5 times, get up six. You have to learn how to keep going even when it's tough. And I think that goes into my last point, which is the mindset, right? That mindset is so important, and it's probably the biggest thing, because like I always say, if your mind isn't right, how are you going to be able to move forward and help others if you're not mentally stable? So mindset promotes a champion's mentality, right? It's believing in your ability to overcome obstacles, no matter what it looks like. So how can we apply these things so that we can have that, no quitter mentality? Because I don't have a quitter mentality in my bone. I may pivot, I may have to, you know go back to the drawing board and maybe figure it out a different way, or start something else and put this particular thing down if I thought at the time that was what I wanted, but it wasn't. So we may just need to pivot, but we don't quit. So on applying these things, um, I think number one is defining values, right? Know your core values and why your goal matters. That's always going to be important on your goals, always understanding and remembering your why, because when motivation isn't there, because oftentimes it won't be, you have to remember why you started or why you're even doing what you're doing in the first place to keep going. Number two is stay persistent. And I think this is a big one. And this is what I've learned in just being in business. When I started and got introduced to network marketing back in 2019, um, you have to be okay with going through a lot of no's, but still being persistent that that yes can change your life, that one yes. And so keep putting in the work, even if results aren't immediate or you don't see them overnight. Keep putting in the work, because you're going to eventually see those results. And number three is what I kind of touch based on, is to adapt, right? To pivot. revisit goals and rewrite plans when obstacles arise. Sometimes quitting one path, like I was saying, not the goal, is necessary as you want to pivot and go a different path. That's okay. And the last one, number 4, is seek support, right? Don't be afraid to ask for help or lean on your faith, your God, your community. Those are going to be important support systems, because the older I get is I like being around other people. I like fellowshipping. I like bouncing off ideas, working together on common goals, or just we have similarities, same values, but different goals. I enjoy that, and I love collaborating with people. So lean on your support system. On when it comes to uh needing that extra motivation or that extra encouragement when you don't have it for yourself, because you won't always have that encouraging spirit or that motivation to get things done. So before I wrap this up, and in summary, how I want to bring it in for a landing is, this message is really a call to action, guys. As we are wrapping up 2025, and 2026 is near. In my calendar, it's already here. This podcast is just a call to action to inspire anyone who felt like they had a really bad 2025, and they already are scared and not confident about 2026. I'm here to encourage you that don't quit, don't give up on yourself, and don't surrender to difficulty. Embrace the adversity, embrace the challenges, uh, be persistent, adapt and pivot when needed, and trust and have that faith in yourself, in God, or whatever you believe in, that your continued effort will lead you to eventually triumph and crush all your goals and dreams. So I hope you guys got value from this episode. And just remember that you only lose if you quit, but you are just on the other side of your breakthrough if you continue to keep moving forward, keeping one step in front of the other, and you will win. As always, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday, but an even better week. And I'll see you guys right back here next Wednesday on, I believe, Christmas Eve edition. And I'm looking forward to it. So peace, love, and blessings. And I'll catch up with you guys next week.